Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're very happy to be here in the press center and to introduce our new guests of today. It's a chess couple, let's say, a very famous chess journalist and the director of Informator in Serbia, Josip Ašik, and his wife, Alisu Marić, very famous chess player and now the Minister of Sport and Youth in Serbia. So our first question is to Alisa. How do you feel to be here in Olympiad, and would you like to play now and somehow help to your team, and what is the reason you are not playing today?
It is nice to be here, first of all. This is the first time that I don't play at the Olympiad, that I'm like a visitor. I've played 10 chess Olympiads, so I feel this atmosphere as like I am playing, but it's a relief that I don't play, because I know this tension and always fighting for the points. I have a new role now, and it's good to be here.
Yeah, so, and what about you, Josip? What do you feel about Olympiad organization? How do you find it?
Thank you very much. Yes, I also, okay, I never played Olympiad, of course, I'm not so strong, but I attended to many Olympiads, and always as a journalist, so this situation that I'm on the other side of camera is a little bit scary, I have to say. But of course, what I can see now, and it is very similar 12 years ago when I attended to Chess Olympiad in Istanbul in 2000. It's very well organized, and it's really good to be here.
Yes, thank you. Goran?
Yes. Alisa, you have a few weeks ago you have assumed the office in the Ministry of Sports and Youth in Serbia. Can you tell us something about your new job and how did you find yourself in this position? You also visited the Olympic Games in London.
Oh, well, I'm in this new position for more than a month now. So I was invited by the biggest and strongest political party in Serbia, and I was honored by this invitation, and I accepted it. I think it's a challenge for me, and also I think it's very good that a sport figure is in the position to manage a sport organization. So I think this is very good. I have to admit there is a lot of work to do, because it's not only sport, it's youth as well. I'm better in this sport part, but now I can say, learning about the problems that youth have and how to organize them and how ministry can help. So there is a lot of work to do, but I'm happy with this new job, and I think I can improve sport in Serbia, and I will try to do it as much as I can.
You're actually not affiliated to any party. You're not a political figure. And how did the vice president of the government actually got the idea to invite you to be the minister? He's also a chess player, as I know.
Yes, I'm not a member of a political party. Well, I'm famous chess player in Serbia, so that's how invitation came. It is new experience, and it's really challenging. So he is a chess player. Actually, I mean, he plays chess, but we didn't have time to play chess, so I don't know how strong he is. But he likes chess. But many people in Serbia like chess, because we can say that Serbia is a chess country.
You have also visited Olympic Games in London. You have seen the results of Serbian sportsmen. And what do you think, what can be the improvement in results during your mandate for the next Olympic Games in Brazil?
Well, I was at my new work for 6 days, and then I had to leave for London for the Olympics. At the end, we can be satisfied with the result, because we won 1 gold medal, and it is first gold medal after 12 years. So it is a young lady that is fighting taekwondo. And we also got 1 silver and 2 bronze medals. So it is more than previous Olympics, which is good. And we also had many fourth places, fifth and sixth. So with a bit of sport luck, the result could even be better. But in general, we are happy, and I'm happy that my work started with good results. Now at Paralympics, we also have already 2 gold medals, so I started very well, and our sport figures are playing quite well.
Okay, I would like to go back to chess. You said that you participated in many chess Olympiads, and for example, in Dresden, in Turin, in Kantimansisk, the Serbian team, which was never seeded among top 10 teams, actually exceeded all expectations, and few rounds before the end, and even in the last round, was in contention for medal. How is this team motivated to perform so well and to exceed the expectations and break this shallow barrier that is stretching between them and, for example, Russia, China, Georgia? They made a draw with Georgia here the other day.
Well, playing chess is not easy. You need to work hard and work all day and to commit yourself to this completely. You mentioned Dresden. In Dresden, in the last round, we played for the medal. If we had won, we would got the medal. Okay, we lost and no medal. But it's just interesting that this happened 20 years after I won the medal at the Olympics. So I won in 1988.
Thessaloniki, yes?
Yes, the Thessaloniki. So this was the next chance for our team. It's not easy. I hope in the future we will have strong players, that they will have serious chance for getting a medal.
Alisa, are you planning actually to play in the Olympiad again for the next years, or you decided to finish with your chess career?
No, this is not real, and let others play. It's nice to be here to watch and to see all the people and to see the friends, and it's enough play for me.
Thank you.
Okay, Josip, you are the director of Chess Informant, the famous publishing house from Belgrade that is actually, as Tigran Petrosyan or Garry Kasparov said, caused the revolution in the 70s in the last century. You have been on this post for about a year or maybe a longer, I'm not sure, for 2 years. And can you tell us what kind of the improvements have you introduced to the business of Chess Informant and to the publishing business in general?
Thank you. Yeah, I just have to comment this last Alisa statement, because it seems that she is not ready to play anymore on Chess Olympiad. I am, but nobody calling me to play. You know, because that's the problem. You know. Okay, so about Chess Informant here. In my hands, it's a last volume, number 114. On the cover page, there is a big name of Kasparov, but okay, he is the legendary champion, and we are very happy that he is together with us in his special column named Gary's Choice, where he annotates recent games from recent practice. But also there are, I don't know, about 100 grandmasters, and there are really big changes in Chess Informant. It's not what people from chess knew about Chess Informant. There are big changes in the last 2 volumes. For example, about third of Informant, and it's still there is more than 300 pages. About third of Informant is in English. So we have many different columns. We have very exclusive materials. So now it's sort of combination of magazine and traditional Informant, let's say. Yes.
I just want to clarify. When people say Chess Informant, they usually think about symbols that were introduced by the Chess Informant 40, 50 years ago. But now you have started including many text comments, and the games are actually deeply annotated and explained with text. So there is also, you can tell us more about it, there is Chess Labs, and there are always, in each edition, there are 5 top players who comment on their own games. Please tell us something more.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess it's known that Chess Informant is actually a founder of EcoCode and the system of science that is usual in the chess world. Yes. Okay, but now we have really different articles, different columns. So on the beginning, it's Gary's choice. It's a very exclusive column. After that, there is Mikhail Marin and his exclusive column. It's old wine in new bottles. So it's something very educative for the players, and very interesting, of course. Mikhail Marin have a great writing style, so it's very visible here. And like Goran said, this is a top 5 column. It's a notable achievement by top players. And for example, in Chess Format 114, there is original and exclusive comments by Yakovenko, Inarkiev, Nigel Short, Volokitin with Yugov, in previous volume also Morozevich and some other players. And it's not only, for example, we are presenting one country, so there are 4 players for one country, and in this volume it's about Sweden. So Grandmasters Berg, Carlson, Grandelius, Tikanen, and we can all see them now in the playing hall. They are playing. It's a national selection of Sweden. Many other columns, so just look at the new Chess Informant. You will see original theoretical articles, for example, like this one that was written by Samuel Shackland and Ivan Cheparinov and many grandmasters. So I guess it's there is a lot of interesting material, but for those who like tradition, still they can find many games. Still they can find many information that used to be in Informant that there still are. So many new things. Yes.
Actually, how many people constantly working for Informator? I've seen you have really huge building and...
Yes, we do have a really huge building and the space, but there are not too many people. I can say about 10 people and editorial boards with our grandmasters and international masters, but mostly we rely on our contributors. So I don't know, I guess about 200 contributors. So it's not, you know, when you're making magazine, it's fine. You can count on, let's say, 10 great players. But when you're making Informant, it's not simple magazine. I mean, you have to count to many contributors. So, and we especially like to have contributors from different parts of the world. For example, Rafael Leitao from Brazil in this volume, I don't know, Bassem Amin from Egypt, and so not only, you know, traditional
European
countries like Russia, of course, but we do have Russian players, of course, but whole world. And I hope Chess Informant is a whole world of chess. Yes.
Yeah. Will you try to find some connection here during Olympiad, because all the countries, most of the countries are here, and also the players.
Absolutely. If I cannot find you, you can find me, please.
Okay. We hope
okay. Are there any questions from the audience? Actually, I would like to ask Ana Burtasova, who is sitting there, if you can pass the microphone. She's been in Belgrade several times, and she's been working with Chess Informant, translating the materials and probably some other work. Ana, can you tell us something more about this experience?
No. If it's not working, you can come to us and just share with us your impressions. We have a microphone.
It's working. Ah, now it's working. So okay, I'll be there.
Are you afraid to come to us?
Yes, I'm afraid. Yes, it's true. I've known Josip for a very long time, and I know Alisa for a long time too, and they're beautiful babies. And I've been to Belgrade, and visited the office of Informant too, and done some work for Informant, and I can tell that it's really quite exciting what's going on now with the magazine, because it's changing, and it's changing in a very positive direction, and because, you know, now we have so many bases and computer programs that this old-fashioned style, it's not anymore so
so popular in the books. Because people, when they read books or magazines, they want to have some commentaries, they want to have some words. So I think Josip is doing a great job. I'm very happy to be a small, very tiny part of it. And you can see by yourself. Also, they have some very nice thing now in Forman. They are coming up with some names for each issue. It was Winter Fresh edition, for example. I don't know what is the
Clockwork
new one.
issue.
I don't know what's the new one. Maybe Summer Heat or something. But it's catchy and I like it a lot. So.
Okay, thank you, Anna.
Yes, I would like to thank Anna. Okay, she said she's a small part, but actually I feel her support is very important to us. Thank you.
Actually, I paid attention. You have also pictures inside of Informator. I think it's no.
Yeah. Also, we have support from Anastasia, of course, and her pictures. We have to use the help of all our friends. So I guess it's some kind of uniting. I don't know, reuniting. You know, in some projects that we are all enthusiastic about it. You know, and this is interesting, really, what Anna said about this. You know, it's a long series. So you have number 1 in 1966, Informator number 1, now 114. So when you present the name, so what is this? This is name, I mean number by number, yes? So we have to find some kind of interesting subtitle for the informant. So for example, this is a Tesla edition. And don't ask us how we found this inspiration. So it just happened, something like that.
Okay, so do we have some other questions, please?
Just one question. I have 2 questions, but I will start with you. You know, as chess players, Informator about 20 years ago was the main source of our preparation. So we wait for the Informator, we could find everything. In fact, I can say that Anand, when he got the Informator book, he just browsed the whole thing to learn about the update. But in this internet age, how are you going to be able to come up with a quicker solution while keeping the quality?
Thank you for your question. Yes. Okay, so I'm also happy that the world champion Vishwanathan Anand is one of our regular contributors, and it means a lot to us. Also from India, I can say that the player number 1 of this Olympiad, Krishna Sashikiran, and some other grandmasters from India, and we are very happy to have them as the contributors. You're right. I mean, okay, Chess Informant used to be a primer source for the chess players, and even today we saw Garry Kasparov talk about him, and he said that the first informant that he held in his hands was the informant number 15, and he was you know, very happy to have this informant in hands in that time. Of course, I mean, the time has changed, sure, and we don't have an illusion that the informant can be a primer source or anything like that. So we have internet, all of us. But I say it's similar like for example, you are interested in computers or any other area, you know. So you can find all the answers at Google, yes, or Yahoo, or whenever. But at the end, you're still buying magazines about maybe computers or something that you are interested for. So it's pretty similar, you know. So now you have very interesting content, and it's absolutely original. It's absolutely exclusive. You cannot find it anywhere else, not on the internet. But also you have like a bonus. That was a traditional format. For example, you have many hundreds of games annotated by players themselves, but as a bonus, you know. So you can compare with other magazines. Okay, we are not going to entertainment. We are going strictly to educative level, you know, or something interesting, but about chess game, about chess variations. You know, not about some funny stories about tournaments and I don't know behind. So it's like expert level, you know. We are looking for good and I don't know, big names from chess to be our contributors, but we also have a bonus with many games annotated by players themselves. So I hope this is a good combination, you know. But to be like used to be chess informant in the past, it's not really realistic. Yes.
Sorry, my only question was, can you do it a little bit faster than what you are doing now? Like you have a web edition where players can go and access, like I can see that you are compiling everything, but if you had a web edition, like, you know, this is 15 days old, written by, you know, chess players nowadays is looking, because if I'm playing in a tournament, I would like to know what the recent games or the recent material. So if some kind of the same is a quality product, can it be a little bit quicker so that the chess players can make use of it?
I understand, but this is the book, you know. The book can never be faster than the internet. It's in no way, absolutely. But okay, we can all say the book is maybe dead, but it's not really, you know. And okay, still not, let's say. So there is a lot of people that still like to hold the book, you know. And it's not only about the games. Now we also have theoretical articles, absolutely original theoretical articles. So it won't be, you know, the information, the value of information would not disappear in 3 months, you know. What we did in that sense, that to be faster, to be, what was happening in the informant in previous years was that informant was very late. So now we are in a schedule of 3 months. It used to be 4 months. So now we are 4 times per year. Okay, it's 3 months, but we are working hard to be, you know, not to be late. Now we can say that the months when informant is out is, for example, March, June, September, December. And this is like have to be, you know, something like that. So we cannot, you know, compare so much with the internet, but we offer some kind of deeper annotations by players. I don't know, deeper annotations by players, you know. So also, I also believe that chess informant, because of tradition and the history, is here to, let's say, collect today's chess, you know, to collect memory. For example, you want to know what was happening in 81 or I don't know, some other year. Okay, you can look at the internet, you can look on different, but if you have informants, you will know exactly where to look and what to find, yes. So tradition gives us that kind of advantage maybe to collect something like that. Okay, this was happening, this is tradition, you know, not something that I would like to, you know, we want to collect. This is what people used to, yes. Okay.
My second question is for the sports, youth and sports minister. Some of the countries in Asia, for example, like China and even in Iran, the children train chess professionally. They don't go to school. Rather, the school gives them some kind of support, saying you can be a chess player, and you know you could. They give some concession. So, for example, in Iran, they train 6 hours a day. They're talented people. I'm not talking about everyone in the country. So, what is your vision for getting Serbia on the top again?
Well, my job as a minister is not to organize chess federation or the people around chess. They have to organize themselves, and the ministry is there to help. First of all, to help with money needed as much as it possible. Our goal now is to have more children in all sports. So I cannot say that chess is the most important sport. It is important that young children have opportunity to participate in many sports, to try, and to have it for free. So I am against this idea that young children don't go to school, that they only train chess or football or basketball or any other sport. I think education is very important, and with education you can make these conditions to have good sports training in many fields.
Okay, thank you for the questions. Do we have other questions? Okay. So thank you for the press conference, and we wish you good luck in all your projects. Thank you.